Have you ever considered how profound silence can be in our lives? An intriguing thought, isn't it? In the hustle and bustle of our modern lives, silence is often overlooked, relegated to the background, and sometimes even feared. However, it holds an importance that is often swept under the rug of our noisy existence. Let's embark on a journey to explore the power of silence. Across various philosophies, spiritual practices, and cultures, silence has been framed as a virtue. It is seen as a symbol of wisdom, a space where profound insights emerge, and a testament to one's self-control. In the teachings of Buddhism, silence is viewed as a path to enlightenment, a way to understand the impermanence of the world around us. In the Stoic philosophy, silence is a tool for self-mastery, an exercise in restraint and discipline. In the Quaker tradition, silence is a form of worship, a means to connect with the divine. Each philosophy, in its own unique way, recognizes silence as a gateway to deeper understanding and inner tranquility. Silence is also linked to virtues such as respect and inner peace. It is in silence that we learn to listen, to truly hear and understand others. It is in silence that we find peace, a respite from the cacophony of the world. But silence is not just about quieting the external noise. It is also about cultivating a sense of calmness, reflection, and mindfulness within ourselves. It is about tuning into our inner thoughts and emotions, observing them without judgment. It is about being at peace with ourselves, embracing our imperfections, and accepting our vulnerabilities. Silence, therefore, is a form of self-care, a practice that nourishes our mind, body, and spirit. It allows us to connect with our inner selves, to reflect on our experiences, and to gain insights that can guide our actions and decisions. So as we can see, silence is not just the absence of noise, it's a gateway to understanding ourselves and the world in a deeper way. It's a space where we can cultivate wisdom, self-control, respect, and inner peace. It's a practice that can enrich our lives in more ways than one. Now let's shift our focus to personal space. How often do we think about this? Personal space, you see, is like a sanctuary, a refuge where our thoughts and feelings can roam free, untamed by the expectations and judgments of others. It's a crucial part of our mental and emotional well-being, a sanctuary where we can retreat, reflect, and recharge. Yet in an age where our lives are increasingly on display, where every meal, every vacation, every triumph, and every setback is shared with a global audience, our personal space is often infringed upon. We're constantly bombarded with information, requests, and expectations, leaving us feeling overwhelmed, stressed, and disconnected from our own selves. Here's a food for thought. Not everyone deserves access to every aspect of your life. Yes, you heard it right. It's not about being secretive or aloof, but rather about understanding that your life is your own, and you have the right to choose who gets to be a part of it. It's about realizing that your personal space is sacred, and that protecting it is not just okay, but absolutely necessary. Just as not every thought needs to be shared, not everyone deserves a front row seat to your personal life. It's okay to keep certain parts of your life just for yourself, to hold on to some experiences, some thoughts, some dreams that are yours and yours alone. And here's the thing, guarding your personal space doesn't mean you're shutting people out. On the contrary, it's about maintaining a healthy boundary that respects you and others. It's about understanding that you have a right to your own space and time, and that respecting this right is a fundamental part of any healthy relationship. So don't be afraid to guard your personal space. Embrace it, cherish it, protect it. It's your sanctuary, your refuge, your place of peace and tranquility. It's where you can be truly you, without any pretense, any judgment, any expectation. Remember, guarding your personal space isn't about shutting people out, it's about maintaining a healthy boundary that respects you and others. Have you ever heard the saying, silence is golden? Let's delve deeper into this. There is an inherent wisdom in silence. It's not always about what we say, but sometimes about what we choose not to say. Imagine a world where every thought, every feeling, every observation was voiced aloud. It would be overwhelming, wouldn't it? Silence, in many cases, can communicate more than 1,000 words. It can be a powerful response, a thoughtful pause, a sign of respect, or an indication of deep understanding. When we choose silence over unnecessary words, we create space for contemplation, introspection, and growth. It's not about withholding information or being secretive. It's about understanding that not everything needs to be shared. Every thought doesn't warrant a voice. every emotion doesn't need an audience. In this oversharing age, silence can be a refreshing change, a testament to our self-control, and a sign of respect for others' mental space. Consider this. When we speak, we're only repeating what we already know. But when we listen, when we embrace silence, we open ourselves to new knowledge, new perspectives. It's in these quiet moments that we often find the most profound insights. Silence also allows us to be present, to truly experience the world around us without the constant chatter of our thoughts. It's in these moments of quiet that we can connect with our inner selves and perhaps even discover our true nature. Silence can also be a sign of strength. It takes courage to hold your tongue when provoked, to choose understanding over argument, peace over conflict. It's a demonstration of emotional intelligence, of the ability to control our reactions and respond with grace and dignity. So next time you find yourself in a situation where words seem futile, remember the power of silence. Remember that it's okay to not have the last word, to let things be, to simply observe and reflect. In essence, silence isn't a sign of weakness but a symbol of wisdom. Mindfulness, a term often used, but do we truly understand what it means? Mindfulness is the practice of being fully present in the moment, of observing our thoughts and feelings without judgment. It's about being aware of our surroundings, our actions, our emotions, and how these elements interact with each other. Mindfulness is akin to taking a step back, watching the world go by, and more importantly, watching ourselves go by in this world. It's a process of internal and external observation that brings us closer to our true selves. Now, you might be wondering, how does mindfulness connect to silence and personal space? Well, the link is more profound than you might imagine. When we engage in mindfulness, we are essentially creating a personal space within ourselves. This space is a sanctuary, a safe haven, where we can quietly observe, reflect, and understand our thoughts and emotions. Silence, on the other hand, is the canvas on which mindfulness paints its picture. It is in the absence of noise and distraction that mindfulness flourishes. Silence is not merely the absence of sound, but a state of tranquility that allows us to fully engage with the present moment. It's like turning down the volume on the outside world to listen to the subtle symphony of our inner world. Practicing mindfulness can help us appreciate the power of silence. It teaches us that silence is not an empty void, but a space brimming with potential. It's in this quietude that we can hear our inner voice, understand our true feelings, and gain clarity on our personal boundaries. Mindfulness, silence, and personal space are interconnected concepts, each one enhancing and deepening the other. By practicing mindfulness, we learn to respect the silence within us and guard our personal space, leading to a greater sense of peace, self-understanding, and wisdom. Mindfulness isn't just a practice, it's a way of life that helps us understand and respect our personal space and the silence within us. Lastly, let's talk about peace, our peace. How important is it to guard it? Imagine your peace as a precious gem, a radiant diamond in the core of your being. Now, would you allow just anyone to reach in and touch that diamond? No, you wouldn't. You'd protect it, guard it because it's priceless and unique to you. This is the essence of guarding our inner peace. It's about recognizing that not everything in our lives is up for public consumption. It's about understanding that not everyone deserves a front row seat to our personal experiences. It's about knowing when to share and when to hold back, when to speak and when to embrace the power of silence. Preserving our peace is intimately linked with the concepts of silence and personal space. When we respect our own personal space, we are setting boundaries. We're saying, this is my space, my peace, and I won't let it be disrupted. Silence, on the other hand, is not a sign of weakness. Instead, it is a sign of self-control, wisdom, and inner strength. It's a tool we can use to maintain our peace, to reflect, and to cultivate mindfulness. But how do we guard our peace? It starts with self-awareness, with understanding ourselves and our needs. It involves setting boundaries and sticking to them. It requires us to tune out the noise and tune into our own inner voice. It requires us to value our peace above all else. Let's remember that guarding our peace is a continuous process. It's not a destination, but a journey. It's about constantly re-evaluating our boundaries, our relationships, our actions. It's about choosing our peace over chaos, silence over unnecessary noise, solitude over invasive company. Guarding your peace is about knowing your worth, setting boundaries, and understanding the power of silence. It's a journey, and it's well worth it.